The following live stream is a special presentation of the Wildcat Network, Wildcat Broadcasting Club, and USD 312.
It's game time!
Oh yeah, baby!
Hey, she hit the buzzer meter! And what was that?
Way downtown!
Check that mic, make sure it sound right, boy.
For three, get that one to go in! Ladies and gentlemen, Wildcat Nation, get up on your feet!
This is a recording.
And welcome to Haven High School, home of the Roaring Wildcats. Tonight, it is night 4 of the Wildcat Classic. And tonight we got a special treat for you guys. It's the consolation bracket, but that doesn't mean that they're not going to be playing their hearts out. We've got 2 games for you, but let's go ahead and get started here with our own pregame. You're joining myself, Paul Clements. We've got Nathan Bronner running the main camera. We will have Mallory Miller down on the sideline camera, and I believe we should have Kaylee Mulligan as our sideline reporter. Both of them are going to be here for the later part of the game, or for the later part of the night. But you're going to be hearing a couple recognizable voices with myself and, of course, Garrett Reese. How you doing, Garrett?
I'm good, ready to get tonight rolling.
We've got 2 games for you tonight. Let's do a quick recap here so far of the bracket here. Now we're only showing the winner's side of the bracket here, but if you missed any of the games from last night, you saw Halstead go on, and they'll be playing against Cheney. It's going to be number 1, number 2 tomorrow. in the late afternoon. Garden Plain and Andale, they'll be facing off against each other at 2:30 for the third place matchup. But tonight, we've got, first of all, it's going to be Rose Hill against Mound Ridge. That's going to be coming up next. And then the later game, the marquee matchup, will be a rivalry renewed. Nickerson versus your Haven Wildcats. We've had a few surprises, Garrett, but what do you think so far of this tournament?
I think it's been good. There's been a few upsets like that Andale and Nickerson game. Andale was able to beat Nickerson, and that was a really good game to call and to watch. So I think in that Halstead-Cheney game, that should be a good game tomorrow afternoon for the championship.
And we'll be waiting. We'll be waiting with anticipation. All right, we're gonna go ahead and let the PA go here for now. We'll have them do the starting lineups, and then we'll be joining you guys right at the start of this first one.
Members of the Kansas State High School Activities Association, and the game is being played under those guidelines. As per the Haven Board of Education, please practice social distancing. Put some space between yourself and other spectators. Masks are required to be worn properly at all times. For your safety, others, and our basketball season, please mask up. Now for your starting lineup. Starting with the Mound Ridge Wildcats. A 5'4" senior, number 10, Aaron Curtis. For the Wildcats, a 5'4" sophomore, number 13, Kendall Elmore. A 5'8" senior, number 15, Courtney Hoffman. 5'6" senior, number 23, Mackenzie Elmore. And the 6'1" senior, number 24, Kate Eichelberger. The Wildcats are coached by Vicki Kessler. And now for the Rose Hill Rockets. A 5'5" senior, number 1, Lexi Rose. A 5'8" senior, number 5, Corinne Hackney. A 5'10" senior, number 10, Aspen Yes. A 5'10" senior, number 14, Haley Fletch. And a 5'6" junior, number 20, Jenna McCall. The Rockets are coached by Timmy Page.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get tonight going here. It's our first game tonight. It's going to be the Rose Hill Rockets going up against the Mound Ridge Wildcats. Both teams like to use red and black. Mound Ridge will be the one in black tonight. Rose Hill is going to be the one in white. Garrett, what do you think of these two teams? What's going to be the big thing about tonight's game?
First of all, you got to limit your turnovers for both teams, and you can't give the other team second chance points on offensive rebounds. You got to be able to box out and grab that defensive rebound so you don't allow the offensive team to get those second chance points.
The first shot, that's a miss here by number 15, but it was number 10 that picked it up. Number 15 being on the Mound Ridge Wildcats. We'll get names here shortly for you guys. But yeah, turnovers may be a big story here. We'll have to see how it'll all play out. Right now, Rose Hill has the ball, and on my thing, I keep turning to the same things over and over. Rose Hill has the ball. The Rockets right now. Number 10 is, I believe that's Aspen Gates. I know that the boys were having, or I know Zane and Benai were having some issues earlier in the week with numbers and all that. So we'll just try to get names as best as possible throughout the night. All right, that ball went out of bounds, and right now we have number 1. She's got the ball. She'll pass it around to the corner to number 10. And now it's number 5 who has it, and she drives down the baseline, tries to pass it away. It gets tipped away, but it is picked back up by the Rockets, and it is number 1, Lexi Rose, who gets the first 2 points to go in for the Rockets. All right, it's Mound Ridge now for the 3, and that's a miss on that shot. And it is rebounded by number 14. Now it is Lexi Rose who has the ball. I believe 14 is Haley Thrush. We'll try to, if we get it wrong, we do apologize. All right, rebound now by number 13 for the Wildcats here. They're passing it around at the moment. Number 13 to number 10, and now it's to 15, and then it's back over to 10. Passing it around the perimeter at this moment here, trying to find a good shot. Maybe get an open 3, maybe go inside. They do go inside, miss on the layup there, and almost a jump ball situation there, but that one gets loose, and it is picked up by the Rockets.
Yep.
All right. So now Rose Hill has the ball. All right, now it is currently, number 10 for 3, and she gets that one to fall in. All right, so Aspen Getz is the name on that one for the Rockets. And up and miss on that one for the Wildcats. Another miss on that one, and it looks like a foul was called on that.
That foul was on number 24, Kate Eichelberger for Mound Ridge. That was her first foul of the game and the first team foul for Mound Ridge.
So far 5-0 here with 5:13 left to go in this first quarter. Lexi Rose has it. And she sends it all the way to Getz. Now it's over to number 5, Hackney, and then that's batted away, and now it's a bit of a disadvantage for Mound Ridge there, and it played out just as you thought a disadvantage would there, and so now the Rockets get the ball back. They got it about like 2/3 into the court there. And that's Gates with the toss-up for the 3, but it's a miss on that one, and it is rebounded by the Wildcats, and I believe that is Kendall Elmore who rebounded that one. No, that was number 15, Courtney Kaufman who got it. And now they're passing it around, and it's Kaufman for the 3, and got that one to fall in.
That's a good shot there by Courtney Kaufman to get that 3 to go in.
It's their first points of the game here. A little bit low scoring, wouldn't you say?
So far, 4 minutes in, a little bit low scoring.
The breakaway gets to go in here for Mound Ridge. And now we're at a 5-5 tie at this moment. No break on the tie there. Mound Ridge now has the ball. Remember, they are the ones in the black uniforms, white accents, and red numbers. Passing it around at the moment, number 13. She sends it up for 3, and that was just a beautiful 3-point play.
And that's Mound Ridge's second 3-pointer of the game.
The Rockets now, they have it. Bit of a miscommunication error there, and now Mound Ridge will run it down the court. Long 2. Miss, rebounded by the Rockets, specifically number 14, Haley Thrush. Lexi Rose now has it. She's going to try to dribble around a few defenders, loses the ball, and that's going to go over to the Wildcats now. Good amount of switching out there. Mound Ridge now, they've got the ball and they'll be passing it around at this moment here. For 3 on that one, and wow.
And that's Courtney Kaufman's second three-pointer of the game, and that puts her at 6 points.
Timeout is called here, and and that's a timeout for the Rockets there. There we go. Get the score correct here. All right. So 2:33 left to go in this first quarter. Garrett, right now, tell me, what do you see out of this game so far?
Mound Ridge is coming out firing from threes. They've hit, I think, 3 already. And specifically, Courtney Kaufman has 2 of them. So if you're Rose Hill, you've got to defend that three-pointer since Mound Ridge is starting to get heated up from behind the arc.
And those threes can kill you in basketball, can't they?
Yeah, those threes can add up pretty quickly.
All right, they're coming out of the timeout now. It will be Rose Hill's ball here. And it'll be Lexi Rose who will receive the inbound. They're passing it around now. And it's over to number 32, Jessa Lee. Now it's over to 34, Taylor Raup, and it's tipped away. Mound Ridge now has the ball. And now they're passing it around at the moment here. All the way down to 24, down in the post. She picks up her own rebound and misses on the second shot. Seems like that she was forced away from that one there. And now the Rockets have the ball and the possession here. Number 30 for 3 on that one, and that's a miss. It hits the back of the rim, and now it's picked up by the Wildcats. Foul called, and it looks like that one was on the Rockets there.
That foul's on number 1, Lexi Rose, her first foul of the game. And number 15, Courtney Kaufman, coming back into the game for the Mound Ridge Wildcats.
The winner of this game will play against the winner of the Nickerson Haven game, and that'll be at 11:30 tomorrow morning. The losers of tonight's games will be playing at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. All of it right here on the Wildcat Network. Passing it around, and now it's over to number 10, Aaron Durst, and the three-pointer, I believe, on that one.
And that's Courtney Kaufman again. That's her third 3 of the game, and that puts her at 9 points.
I didn't catch the number. I'm glad that you did. Sometimes we're looking down to get names and we miss something. Lexi Rose now with the ball, and that one's batted away, and Mound Ridge just eating up all the turnovers at this moment. I love me a good turnover, like, you know, maybe like a raspberry cream like turnover, but that one goes up, and another 10 there, or another 3 there.
And that was number 10, Aaron Durst, for the Mound Ridge Wildcats. And they hit yet another 3 in this first quarter.
Turnovers turning into 3s, where my turnovers usually turn into calories. Lexi Rose tries to answer back, and the drought continues here. And this first quarter's in the books here. Mound Ridge right now, they have a 17-5 lead here. The Wildcats are upending the Rockets at this moment. Garrett, it seemed like the Wildcats were lining it up from beyond the arc.
Yes, I believe they hit four or five threes in just that first quarter, with number 15 Courtney Kaufman hitting 3 of those and giving her 9 points in just the first quarter.
So, if you're the coach for the Rockets, which they are on your screen at this moment, I mean, what are you telling your girls right now?
To defend that three-pointer, that's what's killing the Rockets right now, is those threes. That's why the deficit is so big, is they've allowed those open threes, and a lot of them so far.
All right, coming out of the quarter break at the moment here. And the possession arrow, not very many jump balls. I don't think we had any in that quarter. So Mound Ridge will have possession, and there you go. In high school basketball out here, jump balls and quarter breaks change the possession arrow around. And that one goes sailing over the backboard. And I believe that one was number 13, Kendall Elmore. I could be wrong though. Rockets now have the ball, and it is Lexi Rose who will walk it over. She'll pass it down to number 5, Courtney Hackney, and now it's back over to Lexi Rose. Passing around, oh no, almost a steal there. Up, miss, and up, and a foul is called, and I believe a foul on the floor.
And that foul will go against number 23, Mackenzie Elmore.
Now the Rockets, they inbound it. They continue to have possession. It's number 5 with the 3, miss on the shot. And it's picked back up by the Wildcats right now. Going around and around and around. And now a shot for 3, miss on the front of the iron, and it goes out. Garrett, if a thought just occurred to me here, if Mound Ridge ends up winning tonight, as Lexi Rose gets 2 points to go in. If Mound Ridge ends up winning tonight and Haven ends up winning tonight, that's going to make for one confusing game for all our viewers tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be the battle of the Wildcats.
All right, inbounds now, and it's over to number 10. Erin Durst, and she passes it around. That goes up, and that goes in for Kendall Elmore.
That was a good drive there by Kendall Elmore to get right to the basket for the layup.
A 19-7 lead right now, and a 3-point attempt there, and that's a miss at this moment. Erin Durst now has the ball. She sends it all the way down to Kendall Elmore, and I believe they called it a block. Yes, they did, and that'll send Elmore to the line. And the first one was a miss. Two misses on that one, and now the Rockets will have possession. Number 34 with the 3, and that one just sails right in, nothing but net. The lead is now down to 9, and a foul called on that one, and it's going to be Kendall Elmore once again to the line.
Elmore.
And Kendall Elmore makes the first one.
Pass and Jets. Going for the watch pass, number 15, Courtney Kaufman.
She goes 2 for 2, makes up for the earlier 2 misses there. Rockets now have the ball. There's number 5. She dribbles around, tries to draw the foul, does not have it. Now we've got our first jump ball of the game, it looks like. And it'll be Rose Hill that will retain possession. Well, not anymore, they won't. That one goes away, and now it's Erin Durst on the fast break. She goes up, misses on the shot a little too much as it bounces off the backboard a little too hard. Now, a little moment of confusion and miscommunication, and now the Mound Ridge Wildcats, my apologies, have the ball once again. And a travel is called there.
And it looks like Mound Ridge will be taking a 30-second timeout.
And so that's going to be their first timeout of the night here. If you see things getting kind of confused back and forth on our graphics, I put the graphical scoreboard by accident in reverse of what the actual scoreboard is up there. So we'll just bear with me if that happens. They're coming out of the timeout here. So it looks like in this quarter so far, not so much on the three-pointers here. Who's having the better quarter in this one right now, Garrett?
I think Mound Ridge still has most of the momentum. They're still hitting some shots, and they're getting a bunch of steals on defense.
And they're getting the rebounds, it looks like, too, here as number 15, Courtney Kaufman had it. And she passes in. Now it's just going around. And it's back over to Kaufman at the moment. Number 24, she goes up. She gets the low bucket to go in here. And that would be, I believe, 24, Kate Eichelberger, who got that one to go in. 23-10 at this moment here. 4:25 left to go in the half. Stolen away by Eichelberger. She's got a big enough wingspan that I think it was just easy to just pluck that one out of the air.
Yeah, it looked like that pass was going intended right for her.
Ooh, and we got a bit of a collision there.
And it looks like it will be a charge, and that'll go against number 24, Kate Eichelberger. And that'll be her second of the game.
At this moment, out of all the girls on the floor, both Lexi Rose and Kate Eichelberger have the most fouls, 2 apiece. It's not like it's like 3 or 4 at the moment. That one goes out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by the Rockets. And now the Wildcats have the ball. It's Erin Durst who has it. She'll pass it over to number 12. Erin Durst, and then we have Aaliyah Durst and Emily Durst. A big family affair here for the Mound Ridge Wildcats. So there's Emily Durst. She shoots for 3 on that one. It's a miss. And a tussle and a toss, and the Rockets get it. They have the fast break. Up and in on that shot, and there you go.
That was number 5, Corinne Hackney for the layup on the fast break.
Mound Ridge now seeing just a 9-point lead at the moment. Pass almost goes over the head of 22, but she caught it, missed on the opportunity for the low 2 there. Number 14, she goes up and she gets that one to go in.
And that was number 14, Haley Thrush.
And with that basket right now, the lead's still at 9. And that one goes in.
And that's number 24, Kate Eichelberger. She does have a height advantage against the Rose Hill defenders, so that was an easy basket for her.
And stolen away right now, Mound Ridge with the fast break. And she gets tripped up and it went out of bounds, but it was last touched by the Rockets though. Inbound play, and now it's going around the perimeter at this moment here. All the way to Eichelberger. Now it's over to 13, Elmore, and she tosses that one, misses on the 3, and now it's picked back up by the Rose Hill Rockets. Haley Thrush was the one with the rebound. Now it's Lexi Rose. She'll drive to the bucket, misses, but she does draw the foul, and she'll go to the line and shoot 2. And she makes the first attempt. Goes 2 for 2 on that one. Seems like we're bouncing around between 9 points and 11 points here. We'll see if there's anybody that makes the deficit closer or further away. Stolen right now by Lexi Rose. She tries to pass it away, and it just goes right into the numbers of 23 here as the Mound Ridge Wildcats now have it. And now Eichelberger with the easy 2 to go in. And 23 was sorry, I'm reading the wrong ones here.
And that puts Eichelberger at 6 points for the game. And that was number 14, Haley Thrush, for the basket for the Rose Hill Rockets.
And Aaron Durst's shoes needed to be retied there, and so that's the delay there. All right, we've got a couple Elmore girls right now. Kendall Elmore, number 13, and Mackenzie Elmore, number 23. So we're gonna try to differentiate with first names for a little bit.
Yeah, for Mound Ridge, you got 4 Dursts and 2 Elmores.
Going around, it's Mackenzie Elmore who has it. Now she passes it, and now it's Kendall Elmore who has it, and she kicked it away. .4 left to go in this half here. And yeah, there seemed to be some confusion there. I think that there was an issue with the substitution and a buzzer, but Lexi Rose got her confused with one of our girls, gets that one to go in, and now the lead is down to 6 here with 22 seconds left.
That was a big 3-point basket by Rose Hill to cut the deficit to only 6.
And a big steal right here. Let's see if they can be able to make the deficit even smaller. Miss on the layup, but they continue to have the ball with 10 seconds left.
And that's number 21, Alex Struble.
And that does it for the for the first half of play, the Mound Ridge Wildcats. They saw an early advantage here, but now Rose Hill, they've closed it up a little bit. It's a 4-point ball game at this moment. Garrett, sorry, been a long day and a long week. I almost called you Grant. My apologies. But Garrett, so far in this game, what are your thoughts?
That first half was a very high score. Well, very shot-heavy first quarter. Then the second quarter was a very defensive quarter. I mean, both teams locked up defensively, and I think Rose Hill is going to come out of the locker room with some momentum after they cut the deficit quite a bit by halftime.
All right, it is halftime. We're going to have to see how this second half is going to roll out. Meanwhile, we've got another pair of teams with mascots that have cats in them, or that are cats. It's Nickerson, the Panthers, and Haven, your Lady Wildcats, as they are warming up. We're going to take a break for halftime here. We'll join you guys on the other side. That's perfect spot to leave it. So. Yeah, just be back in like 5 minutes.
you crack open a cold cherry Pepsi and you haven't had it in a while, but it's like that feeling you get. You haven't tasted it in a while.
I can understand it. I've heard something similar earlier this morning. It's like, sometimes like there's a song that you really like, but then it gets overplayed, and then you're like, man, I don't really like this song anymore. But then like, after a couple of months, it's like, oh man, this song
I haven't heard it in a while, yeah. And I got like this 40-foot cable for my phone, so.
nice.
Go big or go home.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the following Booster Club sponsors: All Pro Plumbing, Farmers Cooperative, First National Bank of Hutchinson, Gambino's Pizza, King Solar, Kraft Electric, SRES, Wells Fencing Incorporated, Yoder Engineered Structures, and Yoder Meats.
And we're back at it here. It's the third quarter. It's the third quarter here. And Mound Ridge will inbound the ball here. You get some really, really wonderful scenery shots here at Haven, especially like that sunset, with the water tower behind it. So it's a beautiful, beautiful town. If you ever have the chance, come and take a look. All right. First possession, no points on that one for the Mound Ridge Wildcats. And so the Rockets now have the ball.
And Rose Hill, I think, has some of the momentum right now after cutting into that deficit quite a bit at the end of the first half.
Number 14, she misses on the shot there, but she rebounds it and she gets a third. Well, Rose Hill gets a third opportunity on this possession. It's Lexi Rose, but nothing doing there. And now Mound Ridge with the fast break. And that one goes in for Kendall Elmore. Now the Rockets, they have the ball. Number 10, she shoots the three, misses, but it's rebounded. Number 20 with the long two, and that one beautifully goes in. And Jenna McCullough was the one on that one. Oh, and that one just gets batted away. And that one was done by number 14, Haley Thrush. She just rejected that shot from Mackenzie Elmore. But it was a foul though, so I guess I'm upselling that a little too much. First one for Mackenzie Elmore goes in. She splits the two here. Fouls haven't been a big of a story here tonight. You think they're letting them play, or are they just playing very clean at the moment?
I think it's a little of both. The officials are letting them play a little bit, but I also think the teams are also playing pretty clean right now as well.
Aaron Durst, she passes it over to Elmore, and charge is called as two of the Rockets just collided with each other there, but looks like they're having a bit of a laugh.
Number 13, Kendall Elmore, and that's her first of the game.
Good to see a couple smiles on a clash like that. Last night we had some pretty scary collisions. Hopefully tonight we won't see any injuries. Knock on wood.
And that was number 14, Haley Thrush, with the basket for Rose Hill, and that cuts the deficit to only 3.
Whereas as with most of the second quarter. Oh, and Lexi Rose just steals that one. Most of the second quarter, it was a separation of about 9 and 11 points. Now we're down to 3 here, and Rose Hill, they have the ball at the moment. Passing it around here, but it is number 10 who misses on the shot. It's rebounded and one. And a chance to equalize this game once again. And a miss on that one, 1 point ball game here. How big is that miss right now, Garrett?
I don't think it's too big right now, but it could come into play later in the game.
Long three and a miss on that shot, but it is picked back up, and that was a miss from Mackenzie Elmore. No, not Mackenzie Elmore. That one was 30 to Emma Blow. The Rockets, they have possession here. 1 point ball game. And a foul call.
It looks like that foul will go against number 15, Courtney Kaufman. That'll be her second of the game and the third team foul for this half for Mound Ridge.
It is over to number 20. Now it's down to number 5. They're passing it around, and it gets jumbled, but there is a foul called, and it looks like it's on Mound Ridge once again.
And that's Courtney Kaufman again, so her third.
2 in quick succession there.
It looks like Courtney Kaufman will go to the bench with those 3 fouls.
Rockets now, they inbound it. It's Lexi Rose. She misses off the front of the iron, and now it's the Mound Ridge Wildcats. Do they have something that they can be able to do to like keep the lead here?
They got to get a shot close to the basket, and they got to put it in. They got to start making shots, and they started to turn the ball over a few too many times in this third quarter, so they got to limit those turnovers if they want to extend this lead.
That one gets batted away. It will continue to be the Wildcats basketball as it was last touched by one of the Lady Rockets. That one is smartly put inside, miss, and then is just blocked on that one there. And a possession that comes up empty for Mound Ridge. Let's see if the Rockets can be able to, nope, they turn it over on a travel call. And I think no matter who you talk to, Garrett, you can't let a turnover lead into another turnover. Is that correct?
Yeah, you can't let one turnover lead into another.
Fast break right now, number 5. She goes up, ooh, and misses on the opportunity to take the lead. And a travel is called. And a timeout there. Turnovers. Just a lot of travel, steals, and all that. What do you think, Garrett?
Both teams have come out struggling here in the second half, turning the ball over a few too many times. I think Mound Ridge has only scored 3 points this quarter, and Rose Hill has scored 8. So Rose Hill's definitely having the better quarter right now.
Looking around at this moment here, it's a bit quiet in here for this first game. These two teams are the ones that had to travel the furthest.
So I mean, you know, they'll have to make the trip again. And then here coming up later tonight, it's the two teams that didn't have to travel that far, with Nickerson and Haven. Nickerson's a little ways away, a little bit down the road.
It's not too terribly far, about 10-15 minutes, so not that bad.
There are parts of Haven District that's further away. All right, the Rockets now have it, and they'll pass it around. It's Lexi Rose who has it now, and she gives it up over to number 32, Jessa Lee. Now it's 14. Thrush, there we go. And now it's Lee, and back to Rose. She goes for three. Ooh, and a beautiful three on that one.
And just like that, Rose Hill takes the lead.
And another turnover by the Mound Ridge Wildcats. And something happened. And yeah, a bit of an injury, I believe, on the spill there, on the transition. So the stoppage was to make sure that everybody was okay, and then get in a couple of substitutions, and now the Rockets have the ball once again. That one's blocked here as Jessa Lee tried to go in for the two, but she was denied the opportunity. Now they pass it, it's Erin Durst, and now it's over to number 12, Emily Durst. Back to Erin Durst. She goes up, and she gets the bank shot to fall in there. 32-32.
And she was able to get that floater to go off the bank and into the basket.
And the Rockets just answered back with a three there.
And that was Taylor Ropp from three.
Here we go. We've got a close one on our hands at this moment with less than two. And another three from number 15, Courtney Kaufman.
And that puts her at her fourth three of the game, and that will put her also at 12 points, and all of them have come from downtown.
It's 35-35. Rose Hill has it. That one goes up. It's a miss on the shot, and now the Mound Ridge Wildcats have it at the moment. Emily Durst receives it. Now she passes it, and it's going around, and now there's a three opportunity. Miss, or no, not miss. Turnover, I believe. And I think it was one of those things where, oh, no, it's a foul.
It sounds like there was an intentional foul. So it looks like number 1, Lexi Rose, will be going to the line for the Rockets.
She'll get that first one to fall in. Second one was a miss there. A bit of a strange turn of events there. But we're back in play here, about a minute left. And a foul call.
An illegal screen will be called on number 14.
Now the Wildcats, they have it, passing it around at the moment here, less than a minute. And in a quarter that they were looking to have the lead here, now they are at a 1-point deficit. Almost takes the lead there. Miss on the shot. The second shot does not go in. And a foul called there, and it looks like that's going to go toward. Yeah, it looks like it'll continue to be Mound Ridge's basketball. A little over 30 seconds left to go in this third quarter here, and now Mound Ridge trying to see if they can get this three to go in. It's a miss on the shot. They come back with it though, and a travel is called, and that possession comes up empty.
And Mound Ridge has struggled this quarter with their turnovers.
Rose Hill, let's see if they can capitalize here with about 20 seconds left. They fought back and came back to this one. Now they have a 1-point lead at the moment here. Gets batted away. That one is picked up by Mound Ridge. And the shot was missed on that one. So now the tables have flipped, Garrett. What do you think about this upcoming fourth quarter?
Both teams need to limit their turnovers. That third quarter was kind of an ugly third quarter with a lot of turnovers and a lot of missed shots. But Rose Hill, I think, still has some momentum as they carry a 1-point lead into the fourth quarter.
Well, we've got one more quarter of regulation here. We've seen how these games can be. I mean, they've been pretty close. Some not so close, but this one looks like it's going to be a good old-fashioned, battle on the court here. So there is an opportunity, or there is a chance that we could be seeing overtime here in this one. All right, real quick, I'm going to go ahead and talk to you guys about a quick little opportunity here, or I'm going to take this quick little opportunity here as we get ready for the fourth quarter. The 2021 yearbook is now accepting pre-orders. Don't miss out on your chance to purchase the yearbook of one of the most unique school years in Haven High School history. If you don't order one, you may miss out on the memories and special moments that made the 2021 school year. To pre-order, visit the Haven High School office and let the ladies know that you want a yearbook. The yearbook's also looking to sell some advertising space in this year's yearbook. If you want your company, name, or business featured on the yearbook, contact myself, Paul Clements, or the Haven High School office. Yearbook is also accepting senior dedications for this year. If your son or daughter is a senior and you want to submit a dedication, please contact McGuire Estel, Cassidy Smith, or myself, Paul Clements, for more information. I mean, you know, we're at the second half of the school year here, so it's good to start advertising the yearbook and all that. So
And the yearbook will definitely be different this year.
Oh yeah. But I've been seeing our yearbook staff work on it, and they've done a really good job, and I think the yearbook is something that they're going to be very proud of.
Now, our yearbook staff has always been really good, and they've been able to put some great pictures together along the years. So they do a really good job.
For sure. And that one was, I believe, a kicked ball here, and I don't think I missed any foul. Well, I did miss a foul for Rose Hill earlier. Rose Hill now, and that one was a little bit more of a difficult shot there for Rose Hill for Thrush, but she got that one to go in. 3-point ball game here. 7 minutes left to go in regulation. Let's see how this is going to play out. Mound Ridge passing it around. It's Emily Durst, and now Aaron Durst. Sorry, that's number 10. It's like we said before, there are 4 Dursts on this Lady Wildcats team. And Aaron Durst a little too high on the pass, and that goes out of bounds here. And now Rose Hill will take the opportunity to see if they can extend this to a 2-possession ball game. Number 10, ooh, and a beautiful 3 from long distance there for.
And that was Aspen Getz for the 3, and that extends the Rose Hill lead to 6, and that forces Mound Ridge to take a timeout.
30 seconds.
That was big because now this is Rose Hill's biggest lead of the night so far. It seems like they've got all the momentum right now. If you're Mound Ridge, what are you telling your girls at the moment?
Limit the turnovers. Their turnovers are creating these easy opportunities for Rose Hill, and also to get out on that 3-point line, because Rose Hill's starting to hit a few threes here in this 4th quarter.
It hurts when turnovers lead to points. It hurts even more if they lead to 3 points each possession. .6:13 as we're coming out of the timeout. Rose Hill with the 41-35 lead here. 6 points. Still plenty of time to come back in this one.
And another turnover by Mound Ridge.
And a foul called too, and Lexi Rose will go over to the line. And now Mound Ridge is hovering dangerously close to that 7 foul line there. And Lexi Rose will sink the first one. And the second one will go in as well. An 8-point difference at this moment here. Mound Ridge, they had an 11-point lead earlier. Now they're looking at an 8-point deficit. 5:55 left, 3 points up there, and that's a miss on that shot. And a foul is called, and it looks like it will continue to be Mound Ridge's ball.
And that foul was on number 10, Aspen Getz for Rose Hill.
And Eichelberger just picked that one away, and now it's still Mound Ridge's ball. And Aaron Durst up for 2, gets that one to sink in, and they're able to cut into this lead just a little bit. Just 6 points. The 3 is a miss on that one. Now Mound Ridge. Aaron Durst misses on that one. Oh, and almost an opportunity for the jump ball, but it's a miss. And Mound Ridge keeps collecting the rebound, and they collect the foul there. Or they drew the foul there, and now Aaron Durst will go right to the line.
Now both teams are at that 6 foul mark.
The first one's a miss.
Number 32, Jessa Lee, and number 34, Taylor Rowe. For Jennifer Bell. And Aspen Getz.
The second one goes in. We're getting down to the stretch here. The next foul will lead into a 1-and-1. And Garrett, we've said it before. as that one gets blocked away. But we've said it before, these fouls like that one, they're gonna play into this one very much, or very well, aren't they?
Yeah, these fouls could come into play down the stretch. As now Rose Hill is now in the bonus as Mound Ridge just got called for their 7th team foul.
And the first one goes in for number 14, Haley Thrush. She sinks both of those to go in. 45-38, and that's Mackenzie Elmore, and she misses on that one, and it is recovered by the Rockets. Now the Wildcats pressured, but now it's Lexi Rose that has it, and now with about less than 4:20 left to go in this in regulation here, the Rockets trying to extend the lead, but it's a miss on that one again, and that one just goes out of bounds. Another turnover for the Mound Ridge Wildcats. Inbounds now, and it's number 5. She drives and passes it over to 34, and now it's 14. Now it's 34. Taylor Rout stolen away right now. Mound Ridge. See if they can cut into this deficit at this moment for 3 on that shot. Miss on it. It is Durst who picks it up, and it seems like she was just sitting on Lexi Rose for a second. Eichelberger up, in, and she'll go to the line.
And that foul looks like it'll go against number 34, Taylor Rupp, her 2nd foul of the game. And that now puts Mound Ridge in the bonus as Rose Hill just got called for their 7th team foul.
A crucial free throw now. That one draws them close. 4 points separate the two teams at this moment. Thrush now with the ball. She gives it over to Rose. Still a 2-possession ball game. Rose up, and an easy walk to the lane and an easy bucket.
The lane just parted for Lexi Rose there. She went untouched clear to the hoop.
And the Rockets take the timeout here. That kind of reminded me of one of our Haven alums from last year, Mario Quintero. Just that kind of speed and energy going into the lane there.
Yeah, Mario would get to the lane and he would do it aggressively and he'd do it quickly too.
So timeout called by the Rockets at the moment. It's a 6-point lead. It's still a 2-possession ball game, but both teams are in the bonus now. Could we see a foul-heavy 3 1/4?
We could. I mean, especially since both teams are now in the bonus.
Mound Ridge will inbound this all the way from the baseline here, and now it's Aaron Durst who has the ball. They'll pass it around, and there's a 3-point opportunity, and it's a miss, but it's recovered by Durst. And then it's over to the other Durst, Emily Durst, and then Aaron Durst, and that's batted away by Thrush. And now the Rockets have this one. 6 points between them, 2:50 left to go. Thrush just walking the tightrope. Now she'll take the long 2, misses on the shot. It's rebounded and double teamed and a jump ball. Wildcats will retain possession, but the jump ball will now
mean that the next jump ball is going to go over to the Rockets. And that one gets batted, but a foul is called here, and it'll be Eichelberger that will go to the line.
And that's her third foul of the game, and that'll be the 18th foul on Rose Hill.
And that first one will fall in for Kate Eichelberger. And the second one will fall in as well. Back to a 4-point ball game. 2.5 left to go on this one. Kate Eichelberger almost stole that one away, but it still continues to be the Rockets' ball at this moment. Remember, this is a chance to go to the 5th place game. The losing team will go to the 7th place game. Rockets right now, it seems like they are content in using up some time at the moment.
And Mound Ridge is really pressing the Rockets, trying to force a turnover here because they need one right now.
At what point do you start fouling to stop the time, even though you're in the bonus?
All right there, apparently. And it will be a 1-and-1 for number 5, Corin Hackney.
Sometimes I wonder if they can hear us from all the way down there. And Hackney will get the first one to fall in.
And that pushes the lead up to 5.
And the lead will stay at 5 for the moment here as that one bounces off the rim. And now we've got just a little over a minute and a half here. And another foul here.
Looks like that foul going against number 12, Emily Durst. That'll be her third.
And that first one of the 1-and-1s will go in. If Mound Ridge is not careful, they'll start giving 2 guaranteed free throws.
And that pushes the Rose Hill lead to 7 with 1:30 left in this ball game.
If you're Mound Ridge, what do you do to get back into this one?
I would get the ball in with number 15, Courtney Kaufman, because she's been on fire from 3. I would let her try to hit another 3.
Number 20, her first.
A foul there for Rose Hill. Kendall Elmore misses on the 1-and-1, but Mound Ridge collected the rebound, but there's a jump ball, and that will go over to the Rockets here. Full court press right now by the Wildcats here. Trying to see if they can be able to get a turnover to go. Now the ball has crossed the line, and now Lexi Rose, she drives around 2, 3 players. Foul is called, and she'll go to the line, I believe, to shoot 2.
Foul number 15, Courtney Kaufman, her fourth. 10th team foul. At the line, she's number 1, Lexi Rose.
And she sinks the first one, and now it is an 8-point lead. A 9-point lead now.
And Mound Ridge has got to get something quick. They can't waste too much time.
And the long distance three does not go in here, and another jump ball situation called here.
Jump ball possession to the Wildcats.
Mound Ridge will retain possession, but it's only 51 seconds left here. Passing it around. Number 15 with the three, miss on the shot. It was a little too long, and now the Rockets have it. And you got to be thinking that Mound Ridge can do nothing else besides foul, and that's it really at this moment. Or steal it like that. Or foul.
And a traveling call, and that'll be a turnover for Mound Ridge.
For a moment, I thought it was a legitimate steal. I guess it was.
It was, but then when she fell to the floor, I guess is where they called the traveling. And it looks like Mound Ridge is just content to let this clock run out. And now they will foul.
.9 seconds. And the Rockets are in the double bonus, so they'll be at the line shooting 2. First one goes in for Alexi Rose. And the second one bounces around, but it eventually goes in. Now it's a 10-point, or now it's an 11-point ball game once again, and I think, well, with that basket there, Aaron Durst gets that one to go in, but it's also a timeout here. But I think at that moment, I mean, you know, how much of a chance is there for Mound Ridge at this moment?
There's still some hope, but it's very small. I mean, you got to get a quick steal and probably a 3, you would think. If you're Mound Ridge, you need to get a quick steal or a quick foul.
And it's basically got to happen right at the inbound, right?
Yeah, you can't let too much time run off because there's not enough time, and time is not on Mound Ridge's side right now.
The Lady Cats and the Lady Panthers, they're taking the corners here so that way they can get started. I haven't seen the band set up all that much just yet, so. But they are setting up over there.
And we've got a few members of the drum line setting all the percussion and drum line stuff up.
And Mound Ridge goes in with the foul to stop the clock here. And they'll send Haley Thrush to the line. And the first one is a miss.
Checking in the Wildcats, number 15, Courtney Wildcat, number 24, Kate Worker. For my low.
Second one was a miss as well, and now another jump ball situation. 11 seconds left in the possession arrow points for Rose Hill's favor, so they'll retain possession here.
Checking in the Wildcats, number 11, Lakers, and number 22, Milo. For Courtney Wildcat.
And now the Rockets have it, and that one gets poked away, and it was last touched by number 22, Maya Logue, so it'll continue to be Rockets ball, and I think...
And it looks like Rose Hill will come out of this as Mound Ridge does not elect to foul.
Yep, and I think that's absolutely correct here as the buzzer sounds and the clock strikes zeros. Mound Ridge will go and play in the early game tomorrow. It's Rose Hill who took the 9-point victory tonight, and they'll go over and play in the late morning game at 11:30, and they'll be playing against the winner of this next game. It's going to be a big one because it's the rivalry renewed. I've been saying that since we knew this matchup was happening. But let's go ahead and put a bow on this one for the moment. Garrett, what do you think of that game?
For Rose Hill, that was a good comeback victory after the slow start in the first quarter. And they were able to come back and upset the number 4 seed Mound Ridge Wildcats.
Upset. We're at that point in the tournament right now where those things are happening. All right, right now the girls are coming back out to warm up here for the second game. It's the marquee matchup. It's the rivalry renewed. It's Nickerson, it's Haven, it's the Panthers, and it's your Lady Wildcats. And that's coming up next. We'll join you on the other side and enjoy the sights and sounds of Wildcat Gym. Right now we
pinwheels. I got pinwheels.
Wildcat basketball on the Wildcat Network is brought to you by the following Booster Club sponsors: Haven Wellness Center, Iron Gates Insurance Group, Nutrient Ag Solutions, RCB Bank, and Red Rock Auto Center.
Welcome back here to the Wildcat Network and the Wildcat Classic, and it's time for the marquee matchup here. We've got the rivalry renewed once again, and it is Haven and Nickerson here. So we're going to give way to the PA announcer here and give way for starting lineups and the national anthem.
Properly, for the safety of you and others of our basketball season, please mask up. At this time, I'd like to invite everyone to please stand for the playing of the national anthem by the Haven High School Pep Band under the direction of Joel Mound.
And here we go. We're going to say it loud and say it with me. It's game time. Your number 7 Lady Wildcats will go up against the number 3 Nickerson Panthers. And that's all coming up right here, right now. It's the rivalry renewed. And here we go. And let's go ahead and get to the girls' starting 5. For the Lady Wildcats, it's number 1, Carly Arnold, number 5, Reese Roper, number 12, Brooke Bronner, number 20, Cassidy Smith, and number 42, McGuire Estel, as Reese Roper runs it down the court, goes up and gets the first 2 points to fall in.
Good start here by Haven to get the steal and the layup.
All right, now it's Nickerson. They have the ball, and it's number 34. She'll go up for the 3, and she'll miss it on that shot. Rebound, jump ball, and everything else in between on that one. But that was Lonaya Hada who had the shot attempt on that one. For the Lady Wildcats, Garrett, what do they need to do to get out on top of their rivals tonight?
They got to limit their turnovers. On Tuesday night, they had way too many turnovers, and they had some missed shots, so they got to limit their turnovers, and they've also got to make sure they know where number 35, Ava Jones, is. She is a tall player, and she is really good, so they got to know where she is on the court.
Who's going to be the big names tonight for the Lady Cats, as Cassidy Smith gets a 2 to go in and extends the early lead?
I think Reese Roper and McGuire Esther will play a big key role for Haven tonight.
We're going to have to see here, and Ava Jones misses on the shot. It's picked back up by Hada, but then it's dropped. It's rolling around, and another jump ball situation, I think, tonight. On this one in particular, the last one we had a lot of jump balls, but late in the game. This one we might have a lot of jump balls just throughout.
It's a very real possibility that we could see a lot of jump balls tonight.
And it looks like that one is a foul there, so Carly gets her first one. Hada will pass it over to number 11, Anches, and now it's Ava Jones. She goes underneath the basket, misses, collects her own rebound, goes back up and gets the putback to go in.
She had the height mismatch there underneath the basket, and she was able to put that in.
There's McGuire Estel, and now she passes it over to Brooke Bronner, and then it's Reese Roper for 3.
Bang! Reese Roper from 3.
And the Wildcats right now, they have a 5-point lead. Now it's Hada who has it. Then it's over to number 3, Alexis Allen. Now it's over to Ava Jones. Ava Jones goes up, misses on the shot, collects it again, misses it, gets a 3rd shot, and 3rd time's the charm on that possession. But now we have Ava Jones on the floor here as she fixes her shoe here. In basketball, you can't run without your shoes. Although there probably are a few people who have tried. Carly Arnold now. She's going to drive around here. This is the second time that these two teams meet up here as Ava Jones takes the steal. And then it's McGuire Estel who comes back up with it. Reese Roper now down below, misses on the shot, and it is picked up by Ava Jones. They're going too fast as Carly Arnold steals that one away. Yeah, it's going to be that kind of night. These two teams, they go at it. This is their second time this season that they're meeting up, and they'll meet up again here in a couple of weeks. It's always fun when Nickerson comes to town, and vice versa. Watching these two teams play each other, no matter what sport, is always fun. Reese Roper misses on her attempt there, and now it's Alexis Allen who has it. She'll pass it over to Hada, and now it's down to Ava Jones as she's being covered, and now it's back to Anches. Anches with the three-pointer.
And that's something Haven's going to have to do if they want to win this game. They got to get out and defend that three-pointer. They can't let Nickerson get hot from three.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. The last time that these two played, when they were over in Nickerson just a couple of weeks ago, it was a close game, wasn't it?
They were here, actually, because we called that game.
Oh, yes, that's right. Long day, long week. So
But, yes, it was a close game when they played here a few weeks ago. I think Haven only lost by 10 after they were trailing by, I think, over 20. They ended up only losing by 10.
Carly Arnold up, misses on the shot, but it's, well, we thought, it almost looked like it was saved by Brooke Bronner.
And Bree Bronner and Sadie Estel will check into the game for the Lady Wildcats.
And you did correct me because I was wrong. It was over here, it wasn't over there.
But the next time these two teams will meet will be in Nickerson.
Hada now, and that's tipped away by McGuire Estel. She tried to save it but couldn't at that moment. And now Hada sends it all the way down. Now it's over to Ava Jones. Ava Jones looking, almost gets that one batted away. And I was busy watching Sadie Estel just box out Ava Jones. And now Bree Bronner tries to go up. She collects the foul. She'll go to the line and shoot too.
And that's going to be a tough task for Sadie and McGuire and anyone else who plays post for Haven tonight. They got to box out Ava Jones, and she has a height mismatch over all the Haven players.
The first one is a miss for Bree Bronner. The second one does go in. She splits the two. Nickerson quickly down the court now. And the pass that was meant for Anches eventually does go over to her. Now it's Hada for the three. She misses on the shot. Bree Bronner collects the rebound and a jump ball once again. Possession arrow points for the Wildcats, so they will have it. All right, now we resume play here. 3 minutes left to go in this first quarter here. It is Carly Arnold who had it. She's been a stealing machine so far. She'll get it back from McGuire Estel. Carly Arnold now over to McGuire Estel. She'll take the lane and gets that one to fall in. And that one's a block. No, they call a foul on that one, and that will be number 33, Mackenzie Starnes, who will go to the line.
And that foul is on number 23, Sadie Estel, her first of the game, and the second team foul for the Lady Wildcats.
The first one is a make for Mackenzie Starnes. And she gets both of those to fall in. 1 point game here. This is not a surprise, even this early, a 1 point game, and they're playing this tough right now. McGuire Estel passes over to Bree Bronner. She takes the three, misses on that one. Now it's Kieran Anches who has the ball. She sends it all the way, tried to go over to Ava Jones, but it was Carly Arnold who says, you may be a foot taller than me, but I can still keep the ball away from you.
And Brooke Bronner will check back into the game for the Lady Wildcats, and Carly Arnold will head to the bench.
And that was an exaggeration. I don't know the actual height difference between the two. All right, Kieran Anches, she drives. She'll pass it back out, kick it out to number 10,
Ayla Anches. Now foul called, or the whistle was blown, and yes, it is a foul.
And it'll go against number 42, McGuire. That's her first of the game.
It's number 24 who inbounds, and that's Destiny Pons. That one goes sailing over, almost goes all the way back to the other side of the court. Pons now has it. It's kicked. Reese Roper channeling her inner Skylar Singleton, kicking that ball. Inbounds Kieran Anches for the three, and she'll get that one to sink in. Quick break there, but Brooke Bronner was not able to capitalize here. Now it's 12-10. Nickerson has the lead at the moment. Pons for another three, and that one also sails in, and that was an open three there.
And Haven's got to get up in those three-point shooters' faces. They can't allow Nickerson to keep shooting those open threes.
And that one's stolen away here. Now Reese Roper trying to cover Jones. She does, but does commit the foul there. And that'll send Ava Jones to the line. And Dwight Roper having a quick word with Reese. The first one was not in at all. And Ava Jones misses two, and that's collected by Bree Bronner. Now she'll go across the stripe. Tries to kick it, does get it over to McGuire Estill. Now it's back to Bree Bronner. Bronner now will reset here. Trying to reset, but Pons is just all over her. And a foul is called, and that one's on Destiny Pons. Ooh, and that one was close for a backcourt violation there.
That was really close. They could have called that. I almost thought they were going to call that, but it was very close.
Little under 40 seconds left in this quarter as that ball goes sailing out of bounds here, and it will still be Haven's basketball. Carly Arnold now collects the inbound. Now it's Brooke Bronner. She'll give it over to McGuire Estill. McGuire Estill now gives it to Carly Arnold. Now it's Bree Bronner. She'll drive. Foul called. And I believe that one is also on Destiny Pons.
And that's Pons' second team foul of the game, or second personal foul of the game. And she'll head to the bench.
Carly Arnold for three, misses on that shot. That one, they were tiptoeing the line there, but a jump ball is called there. Panthers right now seeing a 5-point lead at this moment with about 15 seconds left to go in this quarter. It's a hotly contested one so far. Ayla Anches misses on that shot. 5 seconds left here. Haven trying to go down the court quickly, and I believe, yes, they said that it was out of bounds. Last touch by Haven. 1.3 seconds left here. And a quick long distance three and a miss on that one.
Barely grazed off the front of the rim.
So first quarter's in the books. Nickerson has the early lead. It's 15-10. Garrett, talk to me about that first quarter.
Very high-paced and very intense first quarter. Nickerson was able to hit some threes, and Haven was able to get some of their own threes. So we'll see what will happen in this second quarter.
We will see here as the band right now just getting everybody warmed up here for this second quarter here. So if you're Haven,
You know, what's Roper saying to them right now?
Just to slow down a little bit. They're getting a few too many turnovers because they're trying to go too fast, and they're throwing bad passes and just losing control of their dribble. So they got to slow down a little bit and set up their offense.
All right, we're about set for the second quarter of action here. Got to jam out to the band for a little bit. This is one of the things that you love about high school basketball, high school football. You get a high school pep band that really works well and gels well together. All right, here we go. Reese Roper, she goes up, misses on her shot, and then it is collected by the Panthers. She kept a hand on it, though, and it's a jump ball.
Jump ball possession to the Panthers.
4-3, that's the fouls between the two teams here. 15-10, that's the score between the two teams. Ava Jones, she loses that one. And another jump ball. I said that at the same time.
There have been a lot of those this game, and there will continue to be a lot more throughout the rest of this game.
Now, the way that they're playing Ava Jones, is that the way that you would play against her with her having that height advantage?
Yeah, you have to double her at some point because she's just too tall. She's the tallest player on either team, and so sometimes you just have to double team her so you don't let her get that ball.
Carly Arnold's shot goes sailing away, and it is recollected by the Panthers here. It's Hada who has it. She'll send it all the way over to Allen. Now it's down to number 33. She'll get the bucket to fall in. That was Mackenzie Starnes who had that one. Haven now looking at a 7-point deficit at this moment. Reese Roper has it. She'll give it to Cassidy Smith, or tries to, but it's stolen away. She couldn't be able to control that one. Alexis Allen now. And now it's Ava Jones, back to Allen, now over to Kieran Onches. She goes for the three, and it's a miss on that shot, and it's collected by Brooke Bronner. Reese Roper, she tries to go around Kieran Onches, but she'll collect the foul anyways, though, and I believe, yeah, that's a foul on the floor, so it was not in the act of shooting.
And that foul will go on number 11, Kieran Onches, her first and the fourth team foul for Nickerson.
McGuire Esther will collect the inbound and then send it all the way over to Reese Roper. Roper will go for the three.
Bang! Reese Roper from three!
A long distance call right there, and it was answered. Starnes, and that's stolen away by Brooke Bronner. Haven right now with a bit of momentum on their side. Reese Roper, she'll drive. She'll miss the shot. It's recollected by Hada. And Brooke Bronner, I believe, is the one that will commit the foul there.
Number 12, Brooke Bronner, her first 15 foul. Checking in for the Panthers, number 30.
At this moment, Reese Roper has 8 points to her name, at least a couple of threes on to her name as well. She is the highest scoring Wildcat on the floor. And that also includes Panthers. She's the highest scoring person on the floor right now. Hada, sorry. That one was Khalees Abernathy, but that was a miss. That one goes sailing out of bounds. It will be Nickerson's basketball at this moment. Abernathy will now inbound it over to Kieran Onches. Onches now over to Allen. Allen will drive in.
Good steal there by Carly Arnold.
And it's a fast break. Reese Roper gets two to fall in. She's got 10 points. Haven has 15. And I think she gets called in on the reach in there.
And that's her Reese Roper's second personal foul, and that's Haven's sixth team foul. So one more, and that'll put Nickerson in the bonus.
Now Kieran Arches over to Ava Jones. She gets that one to fall in there. She got double teamed under the basket, but she was able to let that one fall in. Carly Arnold now has the ball. She's being played closely here. Now she gets it back, gives it over to Reese Roper for three, and that's went a little too far forward. That one will bounce away. And who did it last go off of? I guess it didn't touch anybody after the release, so it will be Nickerson's ball at the moment.
And Sadie Estel and Bree Bronner will check into the game for the Lady Wildcats.
An alternate view at the moment here as we show you the sideline camera. We'll cut to that from time to time here. Hada now with the ball. And that goes over to Ava Jones. It's a miss though, and it was also a miss by Abernathy. Now it's Bree Bronner who has the ball. Bronner gives it over to Estel, and now it's McGuire Estel. Gives it back over to Bree Bronner.
And Coach Roper will call a 30-second timeout here.
So at this moment right now, we see that the Lady Cats, they're at a four-point deficit. They're keeping it close at this moment, as you see the cheerleaders. And Dwight Roper right now, he's very animated at the moment. What do you think he's telling his girls at the moment?
Just to slow down and get their offense rolling like they're used to. He's probably drawing up a play for them to run here coming out of the timeout, and probably telling them to just keep limiting those turnovers.
The Wildcats will inbound it. And it is Carly Arnold who receives the inbound. Carly Arnold now gives it over to Brooke Bronner. Over to sister Bree Bronner. McGuire Estel. Back to Carly Arnold. Ooh, and she almost loses it. She recollects it though. Carly Arnold. Brooke Bronner. McGuire Estel at the free throw stripe. She'll drive in. She'll give it to Brooke Bronner. Bronner for three. Bounces off the iron. And a rebound foul there. Yes.
Number 42, our second 17.
And that will put Nickerson into the bonus. So Ava Jones will go to the line to shoot the 1-and-1.
And number 24, Destiny Pons, will check in to the game for the Lady Panthers.
The first one was a make. That extends the lead to 5. She goes 2 for 2 at the line. Just a reminder, the winner of this game will go on to play against Rose Hill tomorrow at 11:30 in the morning. The loser of this game will go on to play against Mound Ridge tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning. Carly Arnold, and I believe, yes, there was a foul on the floor there. And Nickerson has 2 more fouls to give before the Wildcats are in the bonus. Bree Bronner, ooh, and that one was close for a 3, but it is collected by Ava Jones. Now it's Destiny Pons, and that one, she lost control. Brooke Bronner did get a poke at it, but then it went back and touched Destiny Pons and goes out of bounds. Bit of a lucky break right now for the Wildcats here. Let's see if they can be able to capitalize on this. Bree Bronner. She drives, she gives it to Brooke Bronner. Now it's to McGuire Estel. Estel will drive in. No foul called on that one there. It looked like that there was some physical play, but I guess not.
And a travel here on number 10, Ayla Anchez.
So the Lady Cats get a lucky break after a turnover like that one. Carly Arnold. Now it's to Bree Bronner. Up and in. And it almost sounds like the PA announcer is saying 4-3 when he's saying number 3. That one gets poked away, almost stolen away by the Wildcats here, but the Panthers collect it once again. It's Ava Jones on the easy bucket. Less than 2 minutes left to go in this half. Bree Bronner now, she has it. Now it's Carly Arnold. Sends it over to Brooke Bronner. Brooke up and in.
12, Brooke Bronner.
Good shot there by number 12, Brooke Bronner.
Destiny Pons now. And bit of miscommunication there as Ava Jones just lets that one sail away.
And number 3, Alexis Allen will check into the game for the Panthers. And Reese Roper will check into the game for the Wildcats.
Carly Arnold, and she gets help from Sadie Estone. Now it's Bree Bronner. Over to Reese Roper, then it's back to Carly. She goes for 3 and a miss on that one, and a foul called too.
With exactly 1 minute left to go in this half.
Nickerson
And
is in the
that foul
bonus.
beyond Carly Arnold, her first. And number 21, Amy Yoder, will check into the game for the first time tonight for the Lady Wildcats.
Mackenzie Starnes will be at the line. And the first of the 1-and-1 was a make.
And number 34, Linnea Hayda, will check into the game for the Nickerson Panthers.
Starnes goes split on the 1-and-1s there. Now it's Carly Arnold who has it. She'll drive it. And a collision there. And now the Panthers have it, and it's Ava Jones on the fast break. She goes up and makes that one. The lead right now is at 7 for the Panthers here. Carly Arnold drives. Oh, and I think she thought she had a little bit of help there. Misreads the pass. Now it's Ava Jones once again, and Bree Bronner commits the foul.
And she will go to the line for a 1-and-1. And that'll be Carly Arnold, Bree Bronner, excuse me, her second foul of the game.
Carly Arnold does go out, though. Brooke Bronner will replace her.
And that one spun around the rim about 6 or 7 times there before finally going in.
I think I aged a few years before that one went in. That one was a lot quicker.
Went in more cleanly.
Sometimes you just see things in sports that you never thought you would see. All right, 16 seconds left to go in this half here. The Wildcats right now are looking at a 9-point deficit. Reese Roper has it. I think they're waiting for the last shot here. Brooke Bronner passes it over to McGuire Estel. Up, miss. There was a hand on it though. And the clock will strike zeros. The Panthers have the lead here at the half. It's 28-19. Haven is looking at that 9-point deficit. Garrett, tell me, what did you think about that first half?
It was a very intense first half. I mean, both teams were playing good defense and good offense. And for Haven, they just got to limit those turnovers. They started to turn the ball over a little too much there at the end of the first half.
It's a big game anytime that these two schools meet up. Right now, Nickerson has the advantage. How much is that going to change? We'll find out. We'll be back for the second half. Let's turn it over to the band. You're watching Wildcat basketball on the Wildcat Network.
Sevenfold, Shine Down, Metallica, ACDC.
The Wildcat Network would like to thank the following Booster Club sponsors: 96 Paint and Body, Cornerstone Family Dental, Tony and Mary Duncan, Dutch Kitchen Restaurant, DY Home Improvement, Heartland Credit Union, Herschel Craner State Farm Insurance, Idea Tech Telcom, Christie E. Hart Photography, Madison Wealth Strategies, Ott Funeral Home, Shep Chevrolet, and Southwest Seed Research.
All right, we just started the third quarter there. So quick foul here at the moment. And that one was called on Brooke Bronner here. It's the first foul of the half here. 19-28 right now for the Panthers. They have that lead. But it's the Lady Wildcats here who have the deficit. Garrett, what must they do to come out as the victors tonight?
Like I said at the end of the first half, they got to limit their turnovers. Haven had, they started to rack up the turnovers there towards the end of the first half. And they've also got to limit Nickerson's threes. They hit a few threes in that first half, and that's what helped Nickerson to build this lead.
It is the Wildcats that have the ball here. And now it's Reese Roper who has it, and she's got it on point. She'll go around. She'll try to drive through. She drove through everybody to get to that basket. We talked about that earlier with Lexi Rose here. Reese Roper doing her best Mario Quintero impression. And there's another foul for the Wildcats.
And that foul will go against Brooke Bronner, and that'll be her third of the game.
All right, Ava Jones up, and I think there was a couple hands on that one, and so that did not go in. That goes out of bounds. And they say it was last touch by the Panthers.
All right, hold on just a moment here.
Reese Roper swings it to Brooke Bronner on the wing, and now it's to McGuire Estel. And Brooke Bronner will cut back door, and she will score. And that forces the Nickerson coach to call a 30-second timeout.
All right, we seem to have a bit of a miscommunication here for the moment. So we're going to go ahead and send it down to Kaylee Mulligan here. You're watching the game here, but she's got Dr. Travis Moore. Kaylee, what's going on? You got Dr. Moore down there.
I'm here
Talk
with
to us.
Dr. Moore. So, how are you enjoying the game?
Doing okay. You know, we're down by 5, but our girls have got grit, which is a huge deal, and hopefully we'll still pull out a win here tonight. We've got plenty of time left in the game. So.
Also, speaking of basketball, what is the school doing to protect its players and the people who are watching?
Well, you know, we've got different COVID protocols. Actually, tomorrow we'll be opening up and doing some of our CASA regulations that are new as of tonight, and that'll be 4 guests per participant there. So, and then as we move on into next week, we'll be following the Central Kansas League criteria, which is 4 participants or 4 spectators per family. So we're excited to hopefully get some more people in here and watch games. We're continuing to sanitize in between games here at the tournament and doing the best we can to mitigate as much illness as we can, but still continue on with normal functions. So
That's great. And also, I heard that all students are coming back to school on Monday. Thoughts?
yeah, we're excited anytime we get to see kids, and they're all back in session here on Monday, so we are ready for that to come along.
So what are you guys doing to prepare for when all this? Oh, we're good? Okay, and more questions.
All right. Thank you, Kaylee. All right, thank you, Kaylee and Dr. Moore for that. Yeah, bit of breaking news here in the last few hours. Haven High School will be going right back to in person, so no more hybrid, no more remote for now. All right, back to the game. You did see a couple of baskets and a couple of fouls here as the Lady Wildcats are trying to see if they can erase the deficit here, but they're looking at a 31-23 deficit here. And yes, also tomorrow they'll be opening back up for a good portion of the public as well. All right, McGuire Estel picks up on the rebound, and a bit of a collision there, but Reese Roper has it. She tried to give it over to Cassidy Smith, and I keep trying to put Lexi into like a whole bunch of different games that she's not in. But Cassidy Smith saw that one go out of bounds there. All right, the Panthers now, they have the ball at the moment. It is all the way over to Hada. Well, it was Hada. Now it's Anches. Now it's Hada. Now it's Kieran Anches who has it. Ava Jones with the 3 from that corner, or 2 from that corner, misses on the second, misses. Oh no, she gets the third one. That one goes in.
And Haven's got to box out on those Nickerson shots. They can't allow Nickerson to get 2-3 offensive rebounds per possession, and then they got the second chance points.
Sadie Estel, and she tries to pass it to her older sister, McGuire, but that one goes over, and it's out of bounds. I guess that was last touch by one of the Panthers. So Reese Roper for 3, misses on the shot there. That was a little off center. And now Starnes had it. And then Sadie Estel's just playing so aggressive. She almost just took down her person with a leg bar. That one goes in. That was an aggressive defensive play there, but unfortunately Nickerson did get the points to go in. Bree Bronner, and that one I think had some contact on it. That one goes out of bounds. It was last touched by Mackenzie Starnes. By Linnea Hada. Linnea Hada.
And checking into the game for the Lady Wildcats, number 10, Carly Bland. And Brooke Bronner will head to the bench.
Reese Roper tried to, I think she was going for Carly Bland, but it was stolen and then it went out of bounds. So still Lady Cat ball. Roper to Estel up, and they'll count it. And she'll go to the line and shoot another one.
And that foul was on number 30, Khalees Abernathy, and that's her first of the game.
And she gets 3 points the old-fashioned way. 9-point ball game, 3:40 left to go in this third quarter. Passing it around, and Bree Bronner almost stole that away from Jones. That one falls in and out. Now it's Wildcats who have the ball here. And Sadie Estel will pick it up from McGuire Estel. Now it's over to Reese Roper. Roper tries to drive it, gives it over to Sadie Estel. She'll drive in, gives it over to Reese Roper for the 3. And a miss as it hit the back of the iron there. Now it's Kieran Onches. She drives. She'll get that one blocked. But it gets stolen away again. And then it's blocked. Then it's Carly Bland. And a foul is, nope, not a foul. It is an over-under dribble. But the Lady Cats right now with defensive pressure.
That was a good block down there by, I believe it was number 42, McGuire Estel. Ava Jones thought she had a wide open layup, but McGuire said not so fast.
Sometimes you have the height advantage. Sometimes when you have that height advantage, your defender has a reach advantage. I think that's what the Wildcats are showing right now. Up, miss on the 3, and Reese Roper picks it away. She'll run it down the court. Does she get a little help? No, but she gets the foul.
And she will go to the line for 2. And that foul was on number 10, Ayla Onches, her second of the game, and Nickerson's second team foul of the half.
And Reese Roper gets the first of 2 to fall in. And she goes 2 for 2 at the strike. (35-28), 2:18 left. That one was short for the 3-pointer. Now it's Carly Bland. She had it, and it goes out of bounds, but they say it was last touched by the Panthers. Right now, it seems like Haven has a bit of momentum going their way, doesn't it?
Yes, it seems like the momentum has shifted a little bit in Haven's favor. They've been getting some good defensive stops, and they've been getting some of their shots to go in.
Brooke Bronner heavily defended there, but now it's out to Sadie Estel. Estel now passes back over to Brooke Bronner. She'll give it over to Reese Roper. Roper jumps, goes up, collects the 2, collects the foul. She'll go to the line and shoot another one.
That was a good drive there by Reese and was able to get the basket through the contact and go to the line for the 3 points the old-fashioned way.
And that one sinks in. That'll be Reese Roper's 17th point on the night right now. Alexis Allen now goes up, misses on the shot, and the Wildcats is playing some tremendous defense. They didn't get that one to go in, or they didn't get the rebound on that one. However, the difference isn't that far between each other. It's 6 points, 2 baskets. That's all it takes right now. And we've got 1:20 left to go in this third quarter. Still plenty of time. Bree Bronner, she gets tripped up, gives it over to Reese Roper for 3.
Hey, Reese Roper from 3.
And Reese Roper is on fire!
And that was a good block there by Sadie Estel. And Carly Blaine gets it knocked out of her hand, and it will go out of bounds, and it will stay with Haven.
There we go. We got the score fixed here. It's 37-34. I was wondering why it wasn't showing up, but Reese Roper for another 3.
Hey, Reese Roper, 2 in a row from downtown.
Did I say she was on fire? She's gone nuclear right now. And there goes Kieran Onches. She misses on a 3 of her own. Ava Jones goes up, misses on that one. Now it's Pons. She finally gets that one to fall in here. And look at it right now here, Garrett. Before that last basket, I can't even speak. The game's that close. It was tied. Now they're separated by 2 points at this moment. And I think they're going to be content to take the last shot here. What do you think they're going to try to do, Garrett? Any predictions?
Maybe get it into Reese's hand for another 3.
Oh, that one goes out, and it goes to Ava Jones. She gets the close one. Misses on the buzzer beater, but right now, Haven with the momentum. Reese Roper just going absolutely nuclear on them on the perimeter out there.
And she's got 23 points right now in the game.
I don't know what's after nuclear. Supernova?
Awesome, I think so.
It's a 2-point ball game, and man, that was a roller coaster of a quarter. Garrett, thoughts?
That was a very intense third quarter. I can't wait to see what the fourth quarter brings.
And speaking of fourth quarter, I mean, there's a potential that this one could also go into overtime as well.
Yes, and this is a lot closer than when these two teams played a couple weeks ago.
There's a reason why we call it a rivalry. It's not just that they are within the same county. They are not that far away from each other, and even though Nickerson is considered as a Division 4A team, they play each other multiple times throughout the year. They know each other very well, and this is why we can get games like this. All right, while we have a moment here, let's go ahead and do the yearbook shout out once again here as the Wildcats will inbound that one here. The 2021 yearbook is now accepting pre-orders here. McGuire Estel goes up. She'll get 2 to fall in, and it's a tie ball game. They won't even let me do the promo here. All right, I'll just wait until timeout for that promo, but let's just go on here. Basically, okay, now we've got a kicked ball. Basically, the yearbook's got pre-orders available right now. If you want a copy of the yearbook, don't miss out on one of the most unique years in Haven High School history. Go over to the office and talk to the ladies over there if you want to go ahead and pre-order one. Kieran Onches gets that one to fall in. They'll take a 2-point lead at this moment. The yearbook's also looking to sell some advertising space in this year's yearbook. If you want your company name or business featured in the yearbook, contact myself, Paul Clements, or the Haven High School office. Yearbook's also accepting senior dedications here as that one's blocked away. If your son or daughter is a senior and you want to submit a dedication, please contact McGuire Esto, Cassidy Smith, or myself, Paul Clements, for more information.
And Ava Jones gets called for the travel there. And good defense there by Carly Bland to force the travel.
Sometimes we just have a few things that we just have to announce, and we don't always have enough time to announce them in between breaks. But you got to see all of it right on your screens there as Kieran Onches steals that one away from Bree Bronner here. And Brooke Bronner commits the foul, but it's a foul on the floor. No shot there, so
and that foul will go against Brooke Bronner, and that's her 4th foul of the game, so she's got to be careful.
And the first one is a miss here, and that'll keep the deficit or the difference or the lead, however you want to look at it, at 2. The second one is a make. It's still a 1-possession ball game. 6:40 left to go in regulation.
And Haven's got to get a shot to go in here. And Carly Bland will trip, and she'll get called for the travel.
And you can't blame her on that one. I mean, you know, you're going down. You try to quick that, or you try to pass that as quick as possible.
Checking in for the Wildcats, number 23, Sadie Esto. For Carly Bland.
Sadie Esto does go in for Carly Bland, and now Alexis Allen goes up for 3. She'll miss the shot. Now it's Reese Roper. Roper racing down the court, gives it over to McGuire Esto. She does not control it. However, I believe, they said it was last touch by the Wildcats there. If you're the Panthers, you're probably thinking, how can you extend the lead? If you're the Wildcats, you're wondering, how can you cut into it? That's a miss from three-point land, and it's Sadie Esto who collects it. Now it's a break, or not a breakaway, a fast break. Reese Roper goes up and gets 2.
And good fake there by Reese right before she hit the layup to just get her defender off her feet just a little bit, enough for Reese to get in there and get the layup.
That one almost goes out of bounds. Alexis Allen now. And a foul call.
And that foul will go against number 5, Reese Roper. And that's her 3rd foul of the game. And Nickerson will call a full timeout.
This is as close as you can get right now without it actually having it be tied at the moment. What do you think Dwight Roper is going to tell his girls at this moment?
Just keep doing what they're doing, even though they're still having a few too many turnovers, so they've got to limit those, but they've been playing great defense and not allowing Nickerson to get close to the basket, and they've been doing good on offense too.
Nickerson also right now, they're looking like they're wanting to keep the lead and maybe extend it. What do you think their coach right now is telling them?
That they need to calm down. Now they're the ones with turnover problems right now, so they just got to slow it down. He's probably telling them to slow it down and run the offense like they're used to.
At this moment, looking at the board here, it's a battle between 2 high-scoring players at this moment. Ava Jones has 20. Reese Roper has 25 to her name. Who's going to come out on top? I mean, right now the more important point total is the team point total on the overall score. All right, coming out of the timeout here, 5:36 left to go in regulation. 1-point ball game between the two. Ava Jones goes up, scores 2. It's a quick one. Back to a three-point ball game here. Reese Roper now has it, and she'll walk it across the stripe at this moment. She's covered by Kieran Onches. Now it's over to Bree Bronner. Bronner passes it over to Brooke. Brooke gives it over to McGuire Estel. That one goes to the corner of the iron. She collects it and then loses it, and it was Dwight Roper who caught it, and it was Reese Roper who went sailing into the stands for a second. All right, now Alexis Allen as we reset here for the moment. Now Reese Roper just gets her hands on it.
And it looks like Nickerson was able to call a timeout right before the jump ball.
That no jump ball called there, so that means that the possession arrow will not change, and it is currently pointing towards Nickerson. So if there is a jump ball situation, they will retain possession.
And I want to give a quick shout out to Joni and Neil Alsop. Joni was my 4th grade teacher, and Neil is my choir teacher at HCC, and he's been doing so good with us through all this COVID and social distance stuff. He's doing an excellent job with the choir program at HCC right now.
We love Hutchinson, we love Haven, we love Partridge, Mount Hope, and all areas here in Reno County as well. That one falls in here. That one was that fell in for Ava Jones here. 4:50 left to go in this one here. Quick shout out to all 165 of you guys that are watching this game tonight here. Reese Roper gets that one stolen away by Karen Anches. Now it's over to Alexis Allen. She tries to drive. Foul call.
And that foul will go against number 3, Bree Bronner. And that'll be her 3rd of the game. And that will put Nickerson in the bonus as Haven just committed their 7th team foul.
Bit of confusion at the moment here.
And correction, there is only 16 fouls for Haven, so Nickerson is not in the bonus just yet.
All right, passing around. It is Kieran Anches right now who has it. Now it's all the way over to Hada. Now it's Ayla Anches. She sails it up, sends it up there. It goes sailing, and it is recovered by McGuire Estel. And what are they going to call it right here? I think it's a foul. And it is a foul on Nickerson.
And it looks like that foul will go against number 34, Lanaya Hada.
Reese Roper, who has the ball, also has those 25 same points right now. Bree Bronner. Back over to Reese Roper for 3.
Bang! Reese Roper from 3! And Coach Roper will call a 30-second timeout.
Oh my goodness! I think if she were any further out there, she would have been shooting that from the bench. That was insane.
And that puts Reese now at 28 points for the game. I think this might be her career high in points for a game.
We've already seen one girl in this tournament hit 40. I mean, Reese is a little ways away. How much further can she go?
I think she'll get at least 30. She just needs 2 more points. And we've seen a lot of high scores in this tournament. Karina Gerber on night 1, which was Monday, she scored 40 for Halstead. And then on Tuesday, Kylie Shear, I believe, scored 28 for Cheney, and that was against Haven. So we've seen a lot of high scores in this tournament.
That's what makes the Wildcat Classic so interesting. Number 33, Mackenzie Starnes got the 2 points to fall in. That puts the lead right now for Nickerson at 4 points here. McGuire Estel, screened by Sadie Estel, but the layup does not go in. It is collected by Starnes, and now it is Kieran Anches. She has it. Now it's given over to Hada. Hada to Anches. She's being triple teamed there Ava Jones loses the ball, and it's McGuire Estel who has it. Sadie Estel drives it down, tries to pass it out. It does get intercepted by Kieran Anches. Now it's going back the other way, all the way to Ayla Anches. She thought about the three, second guesses. Tata.
And
She
Carly
needs a little
Arnold
help.
playing tough defense.
And she did bat that one away, but it went out of bounds. 2:52, 4 points is the difference. We've got a barn burner here tonight. Ava Jones almost stolen away by Carly Arnold, but she had to climb up there, and so she'll commit the foul.
And now Haven committed their 17th foul and will put Nickerson in the bonus.
And the first of the 1-and-1s goes in. She goes 2 for 2 on the 1-and-1.
And number 3, Alexis Allen, will check into the game for the Nickerson Panthers.
Bit of miscommunication. Don't know what happened there. So they'll redo the inbound. 2:43 left to go. It's still a 2-possession ball game here. It's only 6 points that separate the two, and we've seen Reese Roper just get on fire from three-point land here. McGuire Estel now over to Bree Bronner. Very nice pass on that one. Now over to Reese Roper. Roper trying to get open. She does. Goes for 3. Bounces off the back of the iron. Now it was recollected by Bree Bronner. She goes back up. Gets the foul.
She will get fouled.
We're getting excited up here.
And that foul was on number 34, Linnea Hada.
And the first one does not go in.
And if you're Haven, you need to make these free throws. Because with only 2:11 left, you're getting to score without time running off the clock, so you need to make these free throws.
And I think there was some confusion, maybe like a lane violation, but did not go in on that one. So both free throws were a miss there. Alexis Allen, now it's Ava Jones. Ava Jones gets it out. Now it's Kieran Anches. Now it's Hada, and now it's Jones. Jones back to Hada. Starnes, and she had to wrestle that one away from Carly Arnold. Now Arnold's on Ava Jones as she has the ball. Now it's back over to Starnes. And they're passing it around here at this moment. But Haven's playing some tough defense at the moment, and Carly Arnold had to foul on that one.
And that'll be Carly Arnold's third of the game. And
Timeout.
Roper will call a 30-second timeout for Haven.
Minute 35, 6 points. The Nickerson Panthers are looking at a 1-and-1 when we get back from the timeout. But if you're Haven, what is it that you need to do right now?
Box out on this free throw. You can't allow Nickerson to get the rebound and continue to run out the clock. You need to box out and get the rebound on it if Nickerson misses his free throw. And then you need to score in a hurry because you don't have a lot of time left, so Haven needs to get some quick points.
Quick points are going to be key here. It is 2 possessions, but in a game like this, where it's just super, super close, I mean, every point's going to count. The Wildcats taking every second of that timeout to game plan this here. And the first one of the two crucial free throws go in for Mackenzie Starnes. And she goes 2 for 2 at the stripe. Little over 1:30 left to go in regulation here. It's an 8-point game. Reese Roper has it. She's been on fire as of late from beyond the perimeter. And a timeout again.
And that'll leave the Wildcats with only one timeout remaining.
Haven has 1, Nickerson has 2. So, okay, game planning time now. You have the ball. Do you screen for Reese Roper and see if she gets the 3, or what do you do at this point?
I think that's a good idea, or you could try to get something quick and easy to the basket, because a 3 would be ideal for Haven, but you just need some quick points overall.
I guess that's why I don't do so well in NBA 2K. I mean, I like to shoot it from three-point land. All right. All right, inbounds here as they get set up. It's Carly Arnold who passes it over to Brooke Bronner. Now it's back to Carly Arnold. Then to Brooke Bronner. And a jump ball situation, and Nickerson has the possession arrow here. They knew it. They had an eye on it. Now you got to be thinking that Haven's going to be thinking the same thing here. And foul, and Reese Roper had 1 to give there. Has at least a few to give here. Doing everything that they can to stop the clock here. The one-on-one was a miss, but Ava Jones was able to recollect it. Now they're back at it. This is an ideal situation for Nickerson. They have the ball. The clock is ticking at the moment. And McGuire Estel went for the foul, and she fouled Mackenzie Starnes.
And that'll put Nickerson in the double bonus, as that's Haven's 10th team foul. That's also McGuire Estel's fourth personal foul.
And that one was a miss. Two misses on that one. Haven's got to go down the floor quickly here. And a foul and 2 crucial free throws coming up for Carly Arnold.
And that foul will go against number 3, Alexis Allen. And that's only her first foul of the game.
And the first one falls in for Carly Arnold. 7 points now between the two teams. Oh, and that one was a miss, and now it's Ava Jones who has it. She's being double teamed here. And Bree Bronner had to go with the intentional foul there.
And I think the refs are discussing whether it was an intentional foul, because Bree Bronner did come in and shove her a little hard. And they will rule it an intentional foul. So that will give Nickerson 2 free throws and the ball.
A lapse in judgment there.
And that's Bree's 4th foul of the game.
first one is a miss for Allen. The second one was a make. And that is only Alexis Allen's second point on the night. Player can be important in many different ways on the basketball court. Eight points separate these two teams, 45 seconds left to go in this one here, and now it's another foul here, and that one I think was on Carly Arnold. Yes, it was.
And that's Carly Arnold's fourth personal foul.
Do you start counting fouls at this point, or do you just do whatever you can to stop the time?
You kind of have to foul, because everyone on the court for Haven right now has 4 fouls.
She splits the 2 free throws here. It is a 9-point ball game. That one gets kicked out of bounds. It will continue to be Haven's ball. Carly Arnold passes it over to Brooke Bronner. Now it's over to Bree. Bree Bronner looking around. Over to Reese Roper. She's trying to find an open spot. She'll take the long distance. 3 misses on the front of the iron. And with 30 seconds left, less than 30 seconds left, you got to be wondering how much is left in the tank here.
And it looks like Haven will not foul and just let the clock run out.
Not much that you can do at that point. It was a hard fought game, and kudos to both teams on this one. But what this is going to mean is that Nickerson will go over and play in the late morning game. Haven will be your first game tomorrow, as Nickerson took the 54-45 victory here. And my goodness, the score is high on that. Or the score was high on that one, Garrett. Tell me, what are some of the big takeaways from tonight's game between Nickerson and Haven?
Obviously, Reese Roper, she finished with, I believe, 28 points. And then for Nickerson, number 35, Ava Jones, she finished with 26. So a couple high scores tonight for each team.
Now, what does Haven have to do now in order to prepare for Mound Ridge?
Just continue what they did today. They started to find their rhythm, and they didn't have as many turnovers as they did on Tuesday. And they were starting to finally hit some of their shots, so they just got to continue to do that tomorrow.
So here's the look on the bracket here. We're going to go ahead and give you guys the rundown of what the games are going to look like here. We've got tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning, right? All these games are, of course, on the Wildcat Network. We're going to have Mound Ridge going up against Haven. Then at 11:30, it's going to be Nickerson, and they'll go up against Rose Hill. Then on the other side of the bracket, the third place game, it will be Garden Plain versus Andale. That's at 2:30. And then the championship game at 4 in the afternoon, Halstead and Cheney. Guys, let's go ahead and wrap this one up, put a bow on this one. Garrett, final thoughts on just tonight's games?
I like seeing that Reese scored so many points. I do believe that's a career high for Reese. So if she can do that again tomorrow, I think Haven has a good chance of winning tomorrow's game.
And what's the one big game that you're looking forward to tomorrow then?
I won't be able to watch it, but I'm really looking forward to that championship game, the Halstead-Cheney game. That will be a very good game.
All right, well, they turned off my camera up here, so I guess that means that it's time for us to go ahead and call it a night. Hey, for everybody involved, Mallory Miller, Kaylee Mulligan, Nathan Bronner, and Garrett Reese, my name is Paul Clemens. Hey, we'll see you guys tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock, right here on the Wildcat Network.